Welcome you all to our collective calls that we hold on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hosting today's meeting, as always, Malika and myself, Ivan. And we got 3 projects for you today to present the pitch deck and then answer the Q&A. So generally have a nice discussion. So let me walk through them, introduce them real quick. So firstly, we got a project called Merso representing David. Then another project called Wages, and it's Jamkite who's going to be in charge of that. And hopefully we'll see another project called Gameness from Burak. So
thank you very much for letting me introduce you, Merso. Merso is a suite of financial solutions for the Web3 gaming industry. We offer buy now, pay later. We offer instant liquidity for the assets that the people already own, and we offer a portfolio manager solution for the people that own the assets. All started 2 years ago. My background, all my life, I worked initially as a consultant for PricewaterhouseCoopers, working in financial institutions. Then I worked as a senior executive positions in collections companies around the world, some of the biggest ones. And all my life, what we have been trying to do have been to streamline the processes, to make it quicker, to reduce the risk, and to reduce the cost on the collections area. And 2 years ago, I was in this conference and I saw what the smart contracts they could do for you on this area, and really blow my mind. So I got some friends and co-workers, and we decided that with the smart contracts, and if we were able to predict in a short period of time, like in a month, the value of these digital assets, we could actually change the finance system. Our initial idea was to go to the metaverse to finance all of the assets in the metaverse, but as there was no metaverse and there is none for the moment, we saw that the Web3 gaming was the closest market asset. If we can see the Web3 gaming market, the industry in 2023 was 22.7 billion. It's growing at a 38.3 CAC, and is expected to be around 120 million by 2028. The problem for Web3 players is that 34 of them, they say that there's a high entry cost to move to Web3 gaming from traditional gaming. There is a consumer credit void. There is inadequate solutions, non-focus on gaming. None of them, they are integrated with the games, and all the money that the people spend in assets is totally illiquid. Our solution, play now, pay later. We charge 0 fees, 0 interest to the players. We offer as well immediate asset liquidity to the players, to the asset that they own. We are fully integrated within games, and we enhance trading with our portfolio management tool. Why now? Web3 is a disruptive technology. Players, they can really own the assets that they buy, and they can sell them, they can rent them, they can pledge them. There has been, for the last 3 years, there have been a massive investment in this area. There have been 7.5 billion invested in Web3 gaming and the infrastructure. And the results is that from late on this year, we will start seeing AAA games come to the market. And the competition for the moment is not there. Nobody have looked into this market, even if it's huge, but nobody have looked into it yet. What is our business model? Our business model is very simple. We charge 0 interest and 0 fees to our clients, to our customers. They pay 50% on front and 50% in 4 weeks. To the games, we assure them that there is an increase between 40 and 60% on their sales. We charge them a 50% asset discount. And with this model, we get a 42.8 gross profit in every transaction. That is a 42.8 gross profit a month, because our loans, they go for a month. Our go-to markets, we don't go directly to our customers. We have more like a B2B strategy, where our partners are the games, and we get, with all of their players, we get our pool of possible clients. So if we get one game that have a million players, in that moment we have a pool of possible 1 million clients ourselves. Traction, we launched Merso and we put between the founders 750K. We signed in 2023 the first game. We have been running in beta on this game since February, or we have a pricing engine, AI pricing engine that we have been able to improve our predictions from a 32 deviation in February 2024 to a 2% that we have right now. We have increased the number of transactions from 7 to 34% in the games that we are working with. Our MRO grow from 299 to 2,455, but we need to take consideration we are only in one game. And we have a letter of intent from a AAA studio that could contribute to 250,000 MRO. We expect it to be in 5 years above 100 million EBITDA. And we are looking for 2.5 million equity at an investment of 10 million pre-money valuation. We are going to destine the money to working capital, 1 million, to lend to the players and increase sales and integration to increase our number of partners, 1.5 million. And that's all I have for 5 minutes.
Yeah, thank you, David, very much. Now to Q&A part, as was promised. We already received a couple of questions from the chats. Let me read those. And before that, let me remind you real quick that we posted all the contact details in the chat as well. So be sure to check it out if you want to get in contact with our speakers. So the first question goes like this. How do you plan to handle the challenge of integrating Web3 financial data from different chains and platforms into your centralized system, especially with the complexity of token standards?
Yeah, basically the way that we work is that all of the life cycle of the of the loan and the part of the if they don't pay, all the part of collections and repossession of the assets and everything, we do it through smart contracts. So at the moment we are working with Polygon, and we are developing the smart contracts for another 4 different blockchains. All of that part is not really integrating into our system. It's only the results that we get back into our system. So once that we sign a game, for example, if it's not with one of our blockchains that we support at the time, it will take us around 2-3 weeks to have developed, audit, and test the smart contract for that specific blockchain.
Okay, thank you for answering this one. Another one, as Web3 gaming continues to grow, how do you plan to scale Merso's platform to handle the increasing demand from both players and developers without compromising on user experience or security?
That is going back to the smart contracts, because as I said, like our system doesn't really manage the life cycle. It's all done on change. So we don't have problems with, like, for example, for us, operationally, as everything is automated, it will be the same to provide one loan in one game than 1 million loans in one game. The cost operationally, technologically, it will be the same for one or another. So scaling this is extremely easy.
Okay, thank you. We got another question. How do you handle the potential risks of offering BNPL in the volatile Web3 market, especially if the value of in-game assets or NFTs fluctuates rapidly? That's a good one.
They fluctuate rapidly, and that's why we are able to charge a 15% discount on the client, because everybody thinks that NFTs, they fluctuate very rapidly. And they do, but they don't do it rapid enough to actually be a risk for ourselves. As I told you, we have this AI-powered pricing engine that it gives us the real value that an NFT is going to have in the next 30 days. That is actually the period of time that we have for the loan. As our loan to value is very low, because between the 50% that the players they pay and as the first payment and the 50% discount that we have, our loan to value is only 35%. So for an asset to start being a risk for us, they will have to lose more than 65% of their price within a month. We have been running for training our AI and for testing our AI, we have been running historical data for more than 25 NFT collections, and not even at the crash that there was in 22, it was making a risk for us. Because NFTs, they have a lot of mobility, but within a month, we haven't seen the case unless that this collection is not anymore available or something like that. We haven't seen a reduction in price enough to be a risk for us. So for us, for example, delinquency is more an opportunity than a risk in our case.
Okay, thank you again for addressing this one. I also have a question. So I've seen in your presentation that we skipped through the team. So could you elaborate on that? Tell us a bit more about the team.
The team, we have all the four the founders. We all have worked together at some point in our life. My COO, for example, he used to be the COO in Lindorf when I was the CEO. And between the two of us, we launched a startup in finance in 2018 that we sold it for 34 million 2 years later. And that was the plan, was not going to go longer than that. Or IT or CTO, we have been working in different projects with him. I have invested in some startups that he did. He is a huge expert in gaming and Web3. And then we have Mauro, that he is an expert of marketing. We have been working with him in two of the companies that I worked for before. So we all know each other for a very long time. We work quite well together, and we are really committed to this project.
Thanks for clarifying that. Guys, do we have a question? We just have time for the last one. Okay, so David, could you, tell us a bit more about the plans for this exact year, for 2025? What do you plan to integrate? Okay.
Yeah, our plan is we have hired a sales development team. We have 10 people around the world who is going to really go for the clients. We need to understand that Web3, even if it's a 23 million market, 23 billion, between the top 100 games, they have more than 85% of the volume of the whole market. So our plan is to attack all of these games within this year. So by the end of the year, we want to at least have sit down with all of these top games in the market. That is our plan for this year.
Okay, thank you, David. Let's wrap this up. It has been a pleasure hearing you out.
Thank you.
Wishing you best of luck with the project as well. And yeah, we gotta move on.
Thank you very much.
Yes, absolutely. So guys, now it's time for the second project to present the pitch, and it's gonna be a project called Wages. And yeah, please, Stefan, passing the mic to you. Thank you for coming, Wages.
Thank you, Ivan. Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. I'm Jamil, the CEO and co-founder of Wages. I have been blockchain since many years, and I have seen how messy and time-consuming crypto finance can be. Yes, Web3 finance are messy and scattered wallets, complex taxes rules, and no proper accounting tools. Businesses struggles to stay compliant, and managing crypto finance takes so much time. Yeah, I think it's better to show you directly instead of the pitch deck that you can read anytime, and directly what we are doing right now. So as I said, that Wages is a decentralized SaaS that automates crypto taxes, accounting, and HR management using our own AI and the blockchain. So in just few clicks, businesses and individuals can track transactions, generate tax report, and also manage payrolls seamlessly. So we are building also our own label to earn protocol, a system where users help categorize blockchain transaction, improving our own AI and also accuracy and transparency of transaction. But yeah, let's jump directly into the demo. It's maybe better. So for you to know, here is the wage folio. This is the module for the B2C. Even if we are focused on the B2B part, here's the B2C. So it's based on a fully flexible infrastructure. You can do a lot of different things. You can move the component, you can add new component on chain. It's multi-chain, it's multi-wallet. We also had different features such as the classic one, swap and bridge, sex on ramp. We also connected 10 sexes, and we also connected banks. So just for you to know that here in just one place, you can manage all of your finance. Web3, Web2, everything. So it's quite convenient. And the first feature that we are going to monetize is the crypto tax in one click. So you just put there. So it's pretty simple. You just have to do 3 steps. Choose the fiscal year, choose the country, and connect your wallet, actually. And then you can generate immediately your report, which is ready to be used to do your tax declaration. So there it's in French. Yeah, sorry, because it chooses France and we are French, that's why. So that's the main features for the B2C. But as mentioned, we are focused on the B2B part, so startups and businesses. And here is the wage ledger. So it's exactly the same infrastructure. Just for you to know that we build our backend on Vera chain, and you can have an overview about your finance. But here, what is really powerful and unique is that we have to build our own AI in order to have the specific features. Every transaction that has been mandatory to categorize in order to do your accounting and finance management could be done in just one click with our own AI. So can you please, Anthony, go to the transaction and just quickly show here, for instance, you just have few steps and then you accept that the AI is going to categorize automatically your transaction and then the result will appear. So in order to improve our own AI, we need this unique level to earn, which is a protocol that has been developed in order to help the AI to grow on the database based on the interaction of the user, so the B2C again. So that's why it's a virtual circle. Yeah, do have time? 1 minute. It's really short because there is a lot of things to show you. There is a plenty of features that we built. So really quickly, in order for you to know that we have also treasury management. We also have payroll on chain. Everything is fully decentralized. Just for you to know that we even the role management has been on chain on the smart contract. Of course, I know that it's on the market size. I would say it's a huge. It's a huge size to take. There is not a lot of competitors on what we are doing. Actually, very few, especially on the level to earn and AI categorization. So there is just 3 big projects. And yeah, that's why Wedges is solving one of our biggest pain points in Web3. I think it's finance automation. With our AI-driven accounting and seamless tax reporting and HR payroll automation. So I know that it's not a fancy project because usually accounting and admin stuff is boring, but believe me, it's so needed. Here, what is showing is the report. This is also something that you can generate automatically, which is the accounting part, so the income, cash flow, and also the balance sheet. I think I'm on time. I'm ready for the question.
Yeah, Jamil, absolutely on time. Yeah, really exciting to hear questions from our viewers. Absolutely, we got 2 of them already in the chat, so let me read those as well. I guess the first one, what sets Wages apart from existing crypto accounting tools in the market? And how do you plan to convince businesses to switch their platform over others? Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yes, it is. So there is several aspects. The first one is on I would say the wallet. It means that we are very competitive on the prices. We are 3 times cheaper than the other one. And also concerning the lead generation, it was quite smooth in order to provide service that is very unique because we did a specific market study in order to know what has been provided today, and it doesn't cover everything on the market. For the businesses and startups, in order to have this, I would say, accounting and HR management done on the comprehensive platform, That's why we are thinking that we are going to be very competitive relative to the other, but switching from one existing project to the other will be also the part that we are quite competitive on the prices too.
And what about the price?
So it will depend also on the staking of our own token, but we are going to do a specific package in order to globalize the wage ledger, which is the accounting part, wage HR, which is the HR management, and also the crypto taxes, everything actually. This is going to be for instance, small startups with 5 people, 280 USD per month, which is just an estimation for now.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Another question. With your label to earn feature, how do you ensure the quality and consistency of community input to maintain accuracy and avoid misuse or manipulation?
That's also a good question. So we have a specific protocol behind in order to avoid that kind of problem and aspect. So we had some challenges at first. The first challenges was because we were using an existing AI, and we just realized that it didn't work as we expected, and that's why we had to build our own AI. So it was a big challenge, but we did it, and we are happy for that. And that's why also we built a specific protocol with a good circle of validation in order to make sure that all of the transaction, which is accurate, and also the validation behind through the validators, and also the AI's perspective relative to the fact that it's going to give you an accurate categorization will works at 99% something. So we are quite confident on that.
Gotcha. The third question. Does Wages already have built-in reporting for stratified tax reporting and filling?
Sorry again?
Does Wages already have built-in reporting for stratified tax reporting and filing?
Don't think so, no. That's a good question, but we're really happy to do so.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still in early stage for you to know. We are still in building. We are going to release the features Wages later for our early adopters. Just for you to know also that we already work with 60 something projects, 62 or 66, Anthony, correct me if I'm wrong. All of them, majority of them are already early adopters. So because we worked on them with them, and then they are keen to have our VIP access. It's a free access. So for projects that they are here, then maybe we can also share this access if they want to be an early adopter, of course. And we are going to work with more projects in the future. But for now, it's still in early stage, and that's why we open our first round, round to raise fund, which is 800K for 8 million valuation. And our lead investor are going to have like equity shares for free, of course.
Wow, that's kind of cool. If you guys want to get in contact, I repeat, you can just find all the contact details, email, Telegram handles in the chat as well. So you want to get in contact with Wages, there you are. And guys, what we can expect in terms of new features within the next couple of years?
That's also a good question. So we are trying to focus on our priority. So now we are focusing on B2B. It means that we are building and developing. So after that, we give the early access. Then we are going to collect feedbacks and work on the feedbacks in order to improve and provide the best features as they would like to. So we have already built some features, which is the specific treasury management and also other features relative to the B2B. So as mentioned before, we connected also banks, but not all of them. So we are going to have a meeting with Revolut next week. So that this is kind of things that we are going to keep continuing building, right? But in the same time, and then we're going to focus on the B2C with also the release of the label to earn. In the same time, we are going to build new features dedicated to finance management for them. So it means that, for instance, we're going to fix goal on what they would like to do, trading, or maybe just orders, then they would like to do dollar cost average and everything. But this has not been provided in the market a good tool to do that. So that's why many of features are linked with the B2C, which is, for instance, the panic button sell. So it's just one click and then you can sell everything you want. You also have, which is more linked with the crypto taxes, which is tax optimization, and also the strategy for accountant, because as you may know, and you saw that you can generate report for the accounting, and that is going to be with strategy for accountants, because you know that for one strategy to the other, related to the way that you want to do the accounting is different. That's why we also have a lot of different features to build. I know, a lot of work, but with time, we know that it's also already on the roadmap. We know that we will achieve it.
Thank you so much for telling me all this. Malika, do you have something to add, or we can move on?
Yeah, thank you so much, Jamil. I think we can proceed with the third project.
Thank you very much for listening to me.
Okay, absolutely. It's been a pleasure. Okay, so the final project is going to be Gameness, and Burak is here to present it to you. Hi, Burak. Thank you for coming.
Hello.
Yes,
Thank
nice
you for the invite. Hello. Thanks for having me. My name is Burak. I'm the founder of the Gameness. So Gameness is an AI-powered data and structure super app, and right now we are worldwide biggest mobile esports application. So Gameness is the next evolution of community engagement in Web3. We are developing a SuperApp to help community-centric brands and platforms, and we are making user acquisition for these platforms. Right now we are working with 11 different industries, include exchanges, include food and beverage industry, include like chains, gaming company, doesn't matter. We are giving this, we are making this application for B2B and for B2C. So as a market validation, right now we have a more than, actually it's 6 million user database, and 4 million of them, they connect their wallet, and we have almost 500,000 follower on X, and recently we made we want to track also on-chain data, and in a day we are getting almost 50,000 transaction. And when we are organizing events, let's say Free Fire World Championship or Mobile Legends World Championship, it's more viewing than it's getting more views than the NBA Finals. So far we work with 300 tournaments with 135 brands in 42 countries. So what is the problem? The problem is Web3 projects have a massive problems with user adoption and retention. So how we are solving this? You can think Gameness is a bridge from Web 2 to Web 3, and we create a issue-to-earn system. So we are using AI to analyze as user behavior, wallet activities, and their spending habit. And we have AI agent referee and tournament model. So in this application, you can reach tournaments, you can reach events, you can reach education. For the education, we have an impact report, our impact on the world. We have an impact report from United Nations strategic partners, and also Google choose us a highly potential unicorn project from 2 different regions, and they are our official marketing advisory. So when we come to partnership side, probably all of you guys know Binance. We are working with them. They are our first customer, and they shared us more than 20-25 times on Twitter and on Instagram. And they are still our partner, and they are using our services. Also OKX, KuCoin, Ton, and Bloom, they are using us. And for the PUBG, when anyone open PUBG in MENA region, they see Gameness, Binance, and Ton together. And normally Web3 brands, they are not getting these IP rights, but we have exclusive IP rights. And we worked before Riot Games, Vodafone, Red Bull, Asus, Vestel, Pringles, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, like too many big brands. And still we are working with most of them. So when we look to our biggest competitor, ESL, they sold their company $1.05 billion to Saudi Games Group. And they reached 34,000 CS players over 11 years in 705 tournaments. But we reached 20,000 Counter-Strike player in just 5 tournaments. And our valuation is $150 million, and we are combining this technology with Web3 and AI. So it's still pre-seed round for $150 million, and we are looking for the $15 million equity, and we are also raising for our token. For the token side, we have a 1.5 around that space for the token side. So when ESL launched their game, they engaged 10,000 players. We launched really mini game. This is not our priority, but we reached 1.6 million players. And also the second company, they sold their company $500 million, and they claimed 35 million players, but they had only 140,000 active users at peak. But Gameness has 600,000 active users with the real-time scalability. So we have a B2B and B2C approach. So basically, we are already making profit. So our monthly burn rate is around $40,000, and we are making monthly profit minimum $100,000 without any sales team. Right now, we are mostly focusing on RTG process. This is why we are not super focusing on the sales. But let's say from OKX side, we get exclusive offer for $6 million. So we are expecting yearly more than $20 million profit here. So for the proof of quality, I'm coming from Riot Games, the biggest, one of the biggest gaming company in the world, and ESL, our biggest competitor. Metin comes from, he's my CTO and co-founder. He worked at Riot Games almost 7 years as IT director. Matt coming from Riot, Berke coming from Tencent, Boğaçan coming from Garena, which is $25 billion gaming company. And we have a Mete, head of education. He is professor in Turkey, and we have a Cihan, first mobile developer in Turkey, and we have a Uwais. He run $250 million in Qatar, and right now he's our CFO. So this is for token side. For the token side, we need this money mostly for the IP rights and product development. So yeah, that's basically Gameness. But if I have enough time, I want to show a few appendix like Binance tweets, Singularity is incubating us, KuCoin shared us, PUBG shared us. When we organizing events, it looks like that. It's 3 times bigger than Token 2049. President Erdogan joined our event as a commentator, and we was official live broadcast partner of Esports World Cup, which the prize pool was $60 million. And next 3 quarters, we are aiming to agreement with Riot Games for exclusive IP rights. A few weeks ago, I was with the president of Riot Games in Berlin, and we want to release our super application, not MVP, not beta. And we want to organize our first major event in Web3. For the Web2 side, yes, we organize too many different events all around the world. So yeah, that's basically Gameness. I can answer if you have any questions.
Yeah, absolutely. We all have questions. We already received one. Like I also wanted to ask myself. So it goes like this.
Please.
With the Gameness token central to the app, how do you plan to ensure its utility remains valuable as the gaming ecosystem evolves and new use cases rise?
Yeah, it's a good one, and I want to show. Everything is directly related with the token, and everything is directly related with our application. So we are making simulation for the token supply, and we have a locked system. So lockedness is a system. All brands have to lock our token if they want to work with us, because we are giving the return of investment guarantee every clients we have. And last 10 years, we never failed. When we failed, a few times when we failed, we said, okay, you can take your money back, or if you give us another week, we can give you your money back. And let's say if you have a gaming company, I can bring you 1 million players. If you have a exchange, I can bring you thousands or millions of new first-time trader with KYC. So the locked system is for the B2B and B2C side. And also we have a different utilities, and we are making all demand simulation and sales simulation in here. So they can participate the tournaments, they can purchase in-game items with 15% discount, they can use for education, they can use for the donation for the streamers, and there's a SDKs and also APIs as well. So there's too many things with the Gameness token, but I don't want to waste anyone's time, but I can send this document on the chat. So if anyone wants to deeply dive, if anyone wants to deeply dive, they can for sure check it, and we can talk later. Here's the document.
Yeah, absolutely. We also share the contact details of Gameness project as well, so be sure to check it out as well. We also received a couple of questions. Let me read those. As you grow globally, what steps are you taking to ensure that Gameness remains localized and relevant across all the regions and gaming cultures you're targeting?
Yeah, right now we are the worldwide biggest mobile app esports application. We want to big and bigger. So this is why when we are getting IP rights or when we are making agreements with our clients, we are taking exclusive agreements with them. They can't work with any of the brands. So let's say for the Binance, I am their esports organizer. For the OKX, I'm their esports organizer as well. Or when I'm organizing PUBG tournaments, they can't make any deal with any other tournaments organizer. So I am paying for this IP rights $2 million to $8 million, and we are getting this exclusive, and it all depends on how we are engaging with our community. And when we are engaging with our community, we are working in this industry almost 10 years, and esports born 11 years ago. We are always listening with the players and taking action with their feedbacks. So yeah, that's our solution. Let's say exclusive IP rights, I can say.
Yeah, sure thing. Another question goes like this: given the diverse range of brand collaborations, how do you maintain a consistent user experience and avoid overwhelming users with too many partnerships?
So I apologize. My English is not my main language, so I will quickly translate this question.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay. So for the user side, for sure, there's too many different demands from the brands. So let's say if you have a gaming company, and if it looks like a PUBG Mobile, the game, if it looks like a PUBG Mobile, I'm not bringing you a Fortnite players. I'm directly bringing you a PUBG Mobile players. And we have all their purchases. So when we are making a deal with any of the brands, as I said, it can be from food and beverage, it can be from wallets, exchange gaming companies, holdings, banks, doesn't matter. We are asking which region do you want, which spending habits do you want, which age do you want. So when we are making any tailored design campaign, we are not targeting all of our users, because gaming is a huge industry and we are not a gaming project, or we are not just an esports application. We are data infrastructure, AI-powered data infrastructure SuperApp, using gaming and esports as a bait or tool to interact with the community. We have a tailored design plans, and we have neuromarketing professors from universities, 2 different universities. So when we are reaching someone, we are taking care of every steps.
Thank you for answering this one.
And can I add one more thing, Ivan? I'm not saying we will make this partnerships. We already have this partnership. So there is a proof of works, more than 150. And when I'm saying it's more watched than NBA Finals, it's literally more watched than NBA Finals 3 times. So it's there's too many proof of works and proof of cases with 11 different industry. I want to say this as well.
Okay, thank you. We've got also a question from Dominic. A great presentation. Happy to connect with the community, and he sends his LinkedIn. And how can a gaming company join your platform? I'm the CTO of a gaming company. Just curious.
Yeah, recently we created one form. So this form basically, when you are filling, you need to put a demo link, and after that our esports player playing the game, giving a feedback, and after that, if it's fit for us or if it's fit for our community, we are deeply dive. So, but thank you for your question, and I add you from LinkedIn, and I'm leaving here my Telegram handle. I would love to talk and find synergies between you.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. You can find all the links in the chat as well if you want to get in contact. And yeah, Burak, it's been a pleasure. That's all time we have for the Q&A, unfortunately. But yeah, it was a pleasure having you on this call. Wish you best of luck with Gameness.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me again. And wishing best for the weekend, guys.
Yeah, absolutely loving it. Besides, guys, if you want to be our next guest and present your project, your pitch deck here in this call next week or so, we have form for participation for you in the chat. You can fill in the Google form and, step in. And we also collect some feedback. So be sure to leave it if you want to. And yeah, it's been a pleasure having this call. Malika, thank you for assisting me. Guys, see you in 2 days.
Thank you.